What's going on, troops? Jeff Bowders here with Drum Discipline Academy, and today we're going to take some of our basic fills and transform them into some double bass face melters. As always, to get the most out of these lessons and this lesson, make sure to download the free PDF so you actually have a physical reference for when you go to apply these concepts to your own fills. Just hit the link and you'll be good to go. So today I want to show you a simple technique that is extremely effective for when you need to put a little bit more meat on the fill, all right? And rhythmically, you know, disclaimer here, rhythmically, this can all be achieved with one bass drum, but when speed and power are equally needed, using double bass is the solution. So to demonstrate this, we're gonna take a pretty common hand-foot combination we've probably played 1,000 times, but it's all based off 16th notes, and the sticking and foot pattern is right hand, kick drum, right hand, left hand. So if we're counting 16th notes, the bass drum's gonna land on the E of every single beat. So we would have 1 E and 2 E and All right, so let's play it on kick and snare just to get comfortable with it. First, this is 1A on your PDF.
2, 3, 4.
Now this is where the double bass transformation begins. It's actually pretty simple. All we're doing is just adding a left foot bass drum following that right foot bass drum on the E. And this is going to create two 30-second notes on the E of every single beat, okay? So it sounds like this. Check it out. This is 1 beat.
3, 4. One, two, three, four.
Now, one thing I really want you to focus on when you're playing these two 30-second notes is that you're actually playing 30-second notes and not two 16th note triplets like this. Now, as you can see, if you spread out those two bass drum notes too much, they'll start to sound more like triplets and not necessarily the 30-second notes we're intending. So, but not that that's wrong. If you want to play 16th note triplets, that's awesome. But if you're intending to play 30-second notes and you're actually playing triplets, well, then we got some problems, all right? So let's just be very intentional with the note values that we're really trying to play and pay special attention to those specific subdivisions. All right, now let's explore some orchestrations, which is actually my favorite way to really maximize the potential of basically any fill, okay? So we'll start off with, I think, a pretty common voicing of just snare, kick, and then snare, tom 1, tom 3. And then we'll repeat that, but then we'll finish with the 2 snare. So here it is slow. This is 2A.
3, 4.
All right, now let's add our extra bass drum to transform this fill into the beast it really wants to be.
One,
This is 2B.
3, 4. One, two, three, four.
Cool, let's try another orchestration, okay? So we'll start with the right hand on the floor tom, and then we're gonna move back and forth from the snare to the floor tom each time. While the left hand is gonna stay on tom 1 the entire time. It's the exact same sticking, but it's just a different voicing this time, all right? So this is 3A.
2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
And of course, we gotta apply our double bass transformer.
2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
Finally, if you don't know already, I'm a pretty big fan of the flam, especially when combining it with double bass fills. Things can get pretty chunky pretty fast, and I'm kind of a fan of that. So to get comfortable with this and to begin to develop it, we're gonna add a flam to the downbeats of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna start off with the flam being a left flam, so that's gonna be right, left, that's our left flam. So we got flam and then kick drum and then right single, left single, and a repeat. That's all it is. Flam, kick, right, left, flam, kick, right, left, all right? It goes like this.
3, 4.
Now we add our extra bass drum with the left foot, and we're just gonna check out how awesome this is. This is gonna be really fun. This is 4B.
3, 4.
finally, let's orchestrate this monstrosity. All we're gonna do is just keep the right hand on tom 3 or the floor tom and left hand on the snare drum. So one thing I really want you to focus on is to try to make these flams as open as possible. Try to get as much space in between that tom and the snare. That's really gonna help these flams, just sound bigger and just more articulate. And then, especially when we add the double bass version to it, that's really gonna help you land all those acoustic singer-songwriter gigs you've been dreaming about. I guarantee it. Anyway, let's check it out. This is 5A.
3, 4.
If you enjoyed this quick lesson on how to beef up your drum fills a bit, can you do me a quick favor and just hit that like and subscribe button? It helps me out a ton and also just helps other drummers discover this lesson so they can get the most out of their fill vocabulary, and that's a beautiful thing. Alrighty, troops, I hope this lesson gave you some ideas of how you can use this pretty easy technique to add some extra girth, extra girth into your fills. Your hand-foot fills, especially. We actually only used one hand-foot variation, but as you can see, it was pretty easy to maximize and transform, the potential of that fill. And all this to say is that when you take concepts like this, they're basically endless. I mean, the only limitation is your imagination. I know that sounds cliched, but that's the reality. It's like these are just general concepts. What you do with it is really up to you. And so, once again, I mean, we're all on the same path, and that's an awesome thing. We're just at different places in the path, but as you're on the path, I want you to take those extra steps, right? Just don't play the exercise. Just don't play what's comfortable. Explore, really push yourself, see what you can come up with that may be uncomfortable at first, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means most of the time that it's new. And you don't want to write that stuff off too quickly. You should actually be excited about that. When something doesn't feel comfortable, what is that? That's just an opportunity for growth, and that's a beautiful thing. So use the techniques from this lesson to explore that type of mindset when you're practicing it, and I think you're really going to benefit from it and start to see a newfound freedom on the kit that you're looking for. We're looking for. Everyone's looking for it, all right? But it takes some effort. That's all I'm trying to say. So be your best, don't settle, don't compromise, and until the next lesson, stay focused, practice with purpose. We'll see you soon.